Hey guys, this is a sample video I'm working on, trying to spend a little bit of time doing some product reviews, spending a little bit of time outdoors, spending a little bit of time just focusing on things besides work. So what I did is I purchased the Katadyn Vario microfilter water filtration system, which you can see here. Bought it at Pathfinder, which is this really cool store in Manhattan, Kansas. It just so happens I'm on the road tonight, so I thought, what a better way to spend an evening than put together a little product review in the courtyard area. I recommend staying there just because, as you can see from the room, it is relatively basic. It is a little basic, and I got a little duck dynasty on the TV there, muted out. But I figured I'd had a nicer room considering that otherwise I have my own. So for starters, this is the Katadyn Vario. It does come in this nice little pack. And I'm going to get it open. We'll come right back to you. Hang on just a second. Alright, so inside the pack we got a couple of things, starting off with the inlet hose. This is the nipple that goes on that. This is the hose that sucks it in. Now this is weighted, and then underneath the weight, you can see there's a little filter, and that filter is just a little screen, takes out some of the bigger sediment. And then we have a float. You can set that about like that so that this portion stays under the water and the float stays at the water line. Now, with the Vario, at the bottom, there's a little rubber cap there, and you can peel it off. You can do a couple of things. You can run a line straight out of the hose, or you can 90-degree it out of that. That way the water goes through that hole and comes out there. The other thing that you can do is you can spin that on top of a Nalgene bottle if you want to get a good connection there. The other side to this is you have the lever, which is the pump. As you are in the process of pumping water, you just pull it up and down. On the top, I don't know if you can see that, there are two valves that go up and down. Currently that valve is up and then this valve is down. This thing will pump out 2 liters of water per minute with consistent pumping. And on the back, I also have the specs right there. 2 liters per minute up to 530 gallons depending upon quality, approximately 15 ounces in weight, 36 inches of hose, and that's just it right there. So it's good for microorganism, chemicals, bad taste, removes particles, effective in dirty water, suitable for all conditions. The one thing that this does not protect you against are viruses. However, it is good with Cryptosporidium and some of those other nasty little words that we don't like to hear when we're out trying to secure some water. So here in a minute, I'm going to stop this video. We're going to move over to the sink and I'll show you how this thing works. One thing I forgot to mention is that this kit does come with several O-rings for field servicing. It also comes with a scouring pad, which you will need to clean the ceramic disc. I'll show you that here in a minute. And this is also a little bit of silicone lubricant in order to keep the O-rings nice and moist and allow for an effective seal. This is also the discharge hose. So if you are not using a bottle, you can use this hose. It does come with a separate bag, and it is important that when you are packing this, you keep this hose always separate from the hose that ends up in the creek so you don't get cross-contamination. So bear with me, let me get this thing set up and we'll rock and roll. Okay, here we are in the bathroom. A couple of things. I did remove the top. This thing does just twist off. As you can see, there's the 2 ports. And then on the top, you can see the 2 valves. That way, this thing pumps when you raise and lower the handle. Over here, I got a sink full of water just for the test. And I'll be using a standard 1 liter Nalgene bottle to connect everything. I did open this up. So as you can see with the body, you've got a couple of things here first and foremost. Let's see if I can get that out. you have the cap. This right here is ceramic, and it can be cleaned and reused. And then you also have the filter portion. Now I'm going to set this back in here, and I'm going to show you that you can pop this off. Hang on just a second. Alright, so if you pop this thing off, a couple things that you'll see. On the bottom you can see where all the water flows through. Permeates around that. And then you also have the filter body here. This cap accesses the compartment with the activated carbon. And you leave that in. You don't have to remove that other than to replace and add the carbon, I believe. And basically what happens is the water fills in around this, into the carbon, and then out the tube on the bottom. And then you can see the hole. Now notice there is a long extension there, coincides with the triangle there. So we can drop that in. There we go, that's in place. I'm going to take this, add it back in, and as you see there, there's a little arrow. So on the side of the container, it says faster flow, and then longer life. For the majority of what I do, longer life is going to work. If you're in super clean water, you're at high altitude, you can use the faster flow because you're going to get a little bit cleaner, purer water, but down here in the lowlands, this is what you're going to use, unless you're in a hurry. So we'll take this right here. We will line up the arrow there on top of longer life. We just set that down on top. And this piece we'll take and we'll go ahead and drop that in there. We're going to set that there, and I'm going to twist it on. So I'll be right back when I get this thing attached to the bottle. Okay, we're back. We're attached to the bottle. We've got our float down here. It is in the water, which is right where we want it to be. And then all we're going to do is just take and crank on the handle. And I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Get the water going. So we already have water filling in the container. I'm not going to do this completely, but I do want you to see just the action as I do this. So you can see they go up and down. I'll do this just a little bit more. So you can see as it fills up, crystal clear. Of course it is tap water that I'm filtering. I have no doubt this will work. So, let me get this all torn apart. I'll be right back with the conclusion. Alright guys, there you have it. That is the Katadyn Vario. And this has been a test video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Trust me, you're going to get better and better.